What's going on, guys? Um, so here I am back again. And so I thought this would be a good time just to kind of introduce what I'm thinking of doing here with this whole, I guess, blog idea. Like I was saying before, it's really not something I've ever done before, but I kind of started it on a bit of a bet. Somebody was like, "Nah, you can't start one of those." So I was like, "No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give it a go, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen." And so I have this vision. I'm still developing the idea, but I just want to use this as a chance to just talk about things that are interesting to me, ideas that I'm interested in exploring, and maybe through that, some of you might relate to it and might be like, "Hey, that's kind of a cool idea too." So I'm going to be talking about things like books that I've read that I find interesting, music that I like, traveling, either traveling that I've done in the past or traveling that I want to do in the future, and just as a means of just a chance to talk about things that I've been thinking about, or things that I want to try, or adventures that I want to go on. It's really just a means of just getting these ideas out there, because why not, right? So, and completely amateurish. I don't know anything about video editing. It's not my thing. I don't know how to do it. I've got an old clunker of a computer that doesn't let me do anything. So I'm just winging it. I'm just making it up as I go. So let's see who wants to go along for the ride. I felt tonight of continuing with the book report theme, because I've got another book that I've really been into, and it explores a lot of themes that I feel are important in my life, and yeah, why not just discuss it, right? Why not just put it out there, see what happens? So the book is Revolutionary Road by Mr. Richard Yates. And for anybody who doesn't know, Richard Yates is a horribly depressing author. Everything he writes is just miserable. So why do I like it? Why would I like something that's so miserable? I find there's wisdom in the misery, where it's almost like, look at how these people have lived their lives and how they've completely fucked up their lives, and don't live that way. Do something different that you would enjoy. And so I like the darkness of it as a motivator for doing something better with my life. So the quick version, I'll try to keep this quick to keep it fun, is, so there's this young guy. He's just come back from the war, World War II, and basically he comes back, he meets this girl, and of course they fall in love. And as they're getting to know each other, they talk about these plans of, they wanna run away to Europe. They wanna build a new life in Europe. He's talking about being like an artist or a poet. He wants to do these, creative things with his talents. And they just come up with this really exciting plan. But before they can live it out, she gets pregnant, and so they decide to put their ideas on hold. And so they move out to the suburbs. They buy a nice place in the suburbs. He goes off and gets just like a really stable, safe corporate job. He's got a nice paycheck. Boring as fuck. Doesn't like it, but he gets paid well. He can support his family. They buy their nice house in suburbia. They start raising their family. And before too long, they end up having a second kid. And then basically he's got to go and he's got to get like a promotion so he can get more money. And then as the kids are getting older, they start dreaming back to when they were young again, and they start coming up with this plan of, you know, maybe we can get out of here, maybe we can make this plan real. Totally forget what their names are. This is bad. Frank and April Wheeler. There we go. So April comes up with this whole plan that she's going to take like a kind of secretarial job over in Europe, and it'll be enough that she can support them. Well, basically she wants to give him the opportunity to make the best of himself so that he has the space to become the poet, to become the artist, and to let these creative ideas out and to grow and flourish. She's trying to create this space for him. And he's into the idea, he likes the idea, but you can also tell that he's somewhat attached to the safe life that they've built, because he ends up at this crossroads where he's supposed to go into the office and tell his boss that he's quitting, but through some kind of misunderstanding, he accidentally did something at work that like his supervisor actually really was like impressed by. And so instead of telling his boss that he's going to get fired, his boss tells him that he's got a big promotion. Like a really big promotion. And so now he's got this crossroads where he knows that if he takes the promotion, he's going to stay there and he's going to be stuck. Or they go. And the truth is, he's either not ready to make that decision, or he's too scared to do it. And so basically, I think what happened in the story is his boss takes him out for drinks, gets him drunk, and while they're drunk, Frank agrees to take the promotion and stay on. But then he doesn't tell his wife about it. Basically, he lies to her, and he tells her that like he tells her that he told his boss that he quit, but he didn't actually. He actually took a promotion. Oh, and there's another twist in here too, where April gets pregnant again. And this is where, again, you can see the difference between the two of them. April is so determined to get out and make this work, and you can tell Frank is enjoying the safe suburban life. He despises it, he doesn't like it, but he'll take the safety over the discomfort of the unknown. And so what ends up happening is April ends up getting pregnant again. And in her determination to make this real, she ends up getting like a home abortion kit and aborts the baby to make this a reality, which shows how determined she is to make this happen. So when she finds out that Frank took a promotion instead of quitting, that's when she knew that their relationship was over. It wasn't going to go anywhere. And then basically the story ends in this dramatic ending where basically all of their hopes and dreams completely fall apart. And what really struck me about this book was the idea that it's so important to get out and live your life and discover yourself and find what your passions are, what your interests are, what you love to do, the kind of people that you surround yourself with, do it while you can, before you get tied down with all these serious commitments. And if you want to do it now. Start working on it now. Start figuring out what you want to do, and just get out and fucking live your life. You only get one. You only get one, so go and live it. Peace.